Hello, myself Dr. Anush Purwar. Today I am taking lecture on theory and design of filtration. Filtration follows settlement but sometimes may be interchangeable. The more effective settlement, lesser the filter have to do. It is the final process in water clarification. Basically, the process of filtration consists of passing the water through a bed of sand or other suitable granular medium at low speed. The sand retains suspended matter while allowing the water to pass, and the filtrate being sparkling and clear in appearance. Mostly two types of filters are used for treating community water supplies. They are the slow sand gravity filter and the rapid sand gravity filter. A third type of a rapid sand filter are also used for filtration at an accelerated speed, and they are known as pressure filter. Mechanism of filtration. The main function of a filter is to remove bacteria and particles of sediments of microscopic and submicroscopic size. In fact, the sand bed serves at numerous minute sedimentation chambers which, owing to their small size and low velocity of flow, are quite efficient in the removal of finely suspended particles including bacteria. In filtration, in fact, purification of water takes place under four processes: mechanical straining, the suspended particles, which are bigger than the size of the voids in the sand of filter, get arrested in the voids. The water passing the voids will be free from such type of the particle. Second, flocculation and sedimentation. In fact, filters remove particles of size smaller than the size of voids present in the filter. These voids in fact act like tiny coagulation sedimentation unit. The colloidal matter arrested in these voids is a gelatinous mass and hence attracts other final particles as well. These final particles thus settle down in the voids and get removed. Third one is the biological metabolism process. The sand bed has been identified as three zones of purification. The surface coating, known as Shea-Moose deck, the autotrophic zone existing a few millimeters below the zone Sackmoose deck, the heterotrophic zone which extends around 300 mm into the bed. During the first 2 weeks, the upper layer of the sand grains in new filter gets coated with a reddish brown sticky deposit of partially decomposed organic matter together with iron, manganese, aluminium and silica. This coating tends to absorb organic matter existing in the colloidal state. After 2 or 3 weeks, there exists in the uppermost layer of the sand a film of algae, bacteria, and protozoa, to which are added the finely divided suspended materials, plankton, and other organic matter. This skin is called the sac mud deck, and it acts as an extremely fine meshed straining mat. Autotrophic zone is at few millimeters below the Sackmoose deck. In this zone, the growing plant life break down organic matter, decomposes the plankton, and use available nitrogen, phosphorus, and carbon dioxide, providing oxygen in their place. The filtrate becomes oxidized at this stage. A few millimeters below the autotrophic zone, the heterotrophic zone extends around 300 mm into the bed. In this zone, the bacteria multiply to very large number and the breakdown of organic matter is completed, and the resulting effluent consists of simple inorganic substances and unobjectionable salt. The bacteria act not only to break down organic matter but allow to destroy each other and so tend to maintain a balance of life native to the filter so that the resulting filtrate is uniform. This process is predominant in slow sand filter. Electrolytic changes. The filters help in purifying the water by changing the chemical characteristics of the water. Sand grains of filter media and the impurities in water carry electrical charges of opposite nature. When these oppositively charged particles come in contact with each other, they neutralize each other, thereby changing the character of the water and making it more pure. After some time, the electrical charges of sand grains get exhausted and have to be restored by changing the filter. Porous bed hydraulics. The hydraulics of flow through porous bed, which applies to clean filters and to granular activated carbon and ion exchange bed, is usually described by empirical relationship given by Carmen Kozeny. The empirical relationship applies for a bed of uniform size grains and for sand beds which are usually graded. So here the formula H by L is equal to E in bracket 1 minus F divided by F cube multiply by the V square divided by the GdS. Here H by L head loss per unit depth of the bed, F porosity of the bed, S particle shape factor is equal to A naught divided by the A. Here A naught surface area of the sphere volume V0 and A is equal to surface area of the bed grain volume V. So value of S in case of the sphere, this is 1, and for the sand grain it is value ranges from the 0.70 to 0.9. V filtration rate in meter per second. E again is equal to 150 into 1 minus F divided by R plus 1.75. Here R is Reynolds number which can be calculated as rho Vd upon mu, and mu here is the kinematic viscosity of the fluid. The bed receives suspended matter and the porosity is continually changing due to the position of the solids with dynamic behavior of the head loss. It is assumed that the rate of removal of suspended matter with depth into the bed is a function of the inlet particle concentration. If all the suspended particles are retained by the bed, the overall head loss for a unit size medium is thus made up of the clean bed head loss plus an additional head loss caused by the reduction in porosity due to the deposition. So capital H is equal to, this is the overall head loss, is equal to H, this is a clean bed head loss, plus K V into C naught into T divided by the in bracket 1 minus F. Here C naught is equal to influent suspended particle concentration, and T duration of filter run, and K a constant which is depends upon the bed and solid. The buildup of head loss with time can be shown as in figure below, which illustrates the way in which negative pressure can be produced in a bed with detrimental effects on the rate of the flow. This is the head loss buildup in a deep bed filter. So here is an example. A filter bed is composed of 800 mm of unit size spherical sand of 0.5 mm diameter with a porosity of 45%. Calculate the head loss when the clean bed is operated at rate of 145 meter per day. Kinematic viscosity of water at 20 degrees centigrade is 1.01 into 10 to power minus 6 meter square per second. So here the solution. So filtration rate 145 meter per day converted in meter per second. This is 1.68 into 10 to power minus 3 meter per second. Now Reynolds number 0.832. Here E is equal to 150 into 1 minus F divided by the R plus 1.75. Put all the value, put the value of F and put the value of Reynolds number here. So E is equal to 100.91. Here the particle shape is spherical, so S is equal to 1. So put all the values in the formula. Head loss per unit depth is equal to E into 1 minus F divided by F cube into V square divided by G ds. So put all the values here. So head loss per unit depth comes 0.35. So head loss in 800 mm depth bed is equal to total head loss comes, this is the 0.28 meter. Filter materials. The media used for filtration is mostly neutral silica sand. In addition to this, crushed anthracite, coal, diatomaceous earth, powder or granule activated carbon, plastic spheres, rings and granules and metal fabrics are also used as filter media. In the lower portion of the bed, well-washed gravel are used to support sand layers. Activated carbon is prepared from coal with a special manufacturing process to make it highly porous with high absorbing capacity. Important parameters of filtering material. The geometry, hydraulic behavior and the efficiency of impurity removal are some of the important parameters which are taken into consideration while selecting a filter media for filtration. The parameters of mean and variance in grain size are expressed by effective size D10 and uniformity coefficient U of the grain. The effective size is defined as the size of the sieve in millimeter through which 10% of the sample of the sand by weight will pass through. The uniformity in size or degree of variation in size of particles is expressed by the term uniformity coefficient. The uniformity coefficient is defined as the ratio of the sieve size in mm through which 60% of the sand will pass to the effective size of the sand is expressed by the then U is equal to D60 divided by the D10. In ideal case, the geometry of filter grains should be spherical, but in practice, irregular shaped grains with variations are present in the filter bed. So here the example. In a filter bed, spherical particles of 0.5 mm size has been used. If there are 40% of the voids, then calculate the surface area of the particle per cubic meter of the filter bed. So here the volume of the solid, total volume minus porosity. So value comes 1 minus 0.4 equal to 0.6 meter cube. So converted in the centimeter unit, 0.6 into 10 power 6 centimeter cube of the sand. Assume particles are spherical and also given in the question. So volume of the each particles comes pi by 6 into 0.05 power 3. So number of sand particles, volume of the sand divided by the volume of the one particle. So number of particles comes 9.17 into 10 power 9. Surface area of the each particle is equal to pi d square by 4. So total surface area, number of particles into surface area of the one particle. So answer comes the 1.8 into 10 power 3 meter square. Now washing of the filter sand. Before the filter sand is put in the filter bed, it is to be seen that it is free from impurities. Hence, it is to be washed to remove fines, grit, and organic impurities. This washing is done in a special type of container known as sand washer. Basically, it is an upward flow settling tank. The raw sand mixed with water is poured into the tank from bottom. Water at pressure is supplied into the tank. This enables the sand water mixture to enter into the ejector provided at the bottom. So here the picture of the sand washer. Water with sand to be washed, his upper side, sand settling against rising water, water rising to the overflow. Here the outlet is available for the water with vast sand to come out. Entry in inlet is available if additional water is if needed. The rate of overflow is not allowed to exceed the settling velocity of the smallest particles to be retained. Very fine sand is also lifted by rising water to the top of the tank and carried by the overflow water. Grit and finer particles mostly have less specific gravity, hence easily float with the outflow water. The heavy sand particles being washed by the rising water settle down and reaches the hopper and is taken to the settling tank as shown in the figure. The settling tank consists of a slow floor and an outlet with sliding opening as we are seeing in the figure. Settled sand slide down when the gate is opened. Water is removed from an overflow outlet as in the figure. Slow sand filters. These are the filters which were first used in water filtration at treatment plants. It consists of an open rectangular tank made of masonry or concrete material. The bed slope at around 1 in 100 towards the central drain provided for outlet of filtered water. Depth of tank varies about 2.5 to 3.5 meter. The plan area of the tank varies from 100 to 2000 meter square and depends on the quantity of water to be treated. The coarsest gravel being placed in the bottommost layer and the finest one on the top. The bottommost layer of the gravel is having size 40 to 65 mm, the intermediate layers varying from 20 to 40 mm to 60 to 20 mm when there are two intermediate layers, and the topmost layer having size range of 3 to 6 mm. Size of sand varies from 0.2 mm to 0.4 mm, averaging around 0.3 mm. The sand should be fairly uniform in size. Uniformity coefficient should be around 2 to 2.5. Chemical composition of sand is also an important factor in that case. A sand containing considerable amount of lime will increase the hardness of the filtered water. Presence of aluminous and calcareous materials increase the resistance to the flow of water. The original thickness of sand bed is kept around 90 cm. Filtering action mostly takes place at or near the surface of the sand. Under drainage system. This consists of a central drain connected with lateral drains as given in the figure. The lateral are open joint pipe drain placed 3 to 5 mm apart at the floor sloping towards the main central drain. These laterals collected the filtered water and discharge it into the main drain, which leads the water to the filtered water reservoir. So this is the picture on the plain view of the over drainage system. An inlet chamber is constructed for admitting the effluent from the sedimentation tank without disturbing the sand layers of the filter and distributing over the filter bed. At the outlet, the filter water collecting unit is provided on the outlet side to collect the filter water coming out of the under drain. for maintaining a constant discharge through the filter. An adjustable telescope tube is provided. Inlet and outlet are generally governed by automatic valves as per requirement. Section view of the typical sand filter is given as in figure. Only water passing through plain sedimentation tank is allowed to enter the filter. The dirty skin formed by the floc and carried to the filter affects the economical working of the filter. The cleaning of shallow sand filter is not done by back washing. Cleaning is done by scraping and removing the top 1.5 to 3 centimeter of the sand layer. The rate of filtration that is obtained from a normal slow sand filter is around 100 to 200 liter per hour per meter square of the filter area. The extent of bacterial removal is to the 98 to 97%. Taste and odor are removed, but they are less efficient in removing raw color of the water. They can remove turbidity up to 50 milligram per liter. For turbidity more than 50 to 60 milligram per liter in water, the slow sand filter is not an effective. So here the picture of the slow sand filter. There is the inlet chamber, raw water coming out, and this is moved towards the downward, and there the collection system is available, and then water comes at the as the outlet to move in the supply reservoir. Here the example: design slow sand filters bed for a population of 60,000 persons with per capita demand of 135 liter per head per day. Rate of filtration may be taken as 170 liter per hour per meter square. Assume maximum demand as 1.8 times the average daily demand. So average daily demand 60,000 into 135 is equal to 8.1 into 10 power 6 liter per day. Maximum daily demand get by multiplying the 1.8. So answer comes 14.58 into 10 power 6 liter per day. Rate of filtration is given. So it is in per day 170 into 24. So total surface area of the filter required, maximum daily demand divided by the rate of filtration per day. So answer comes 3573.5 square meter. Now assume there will be the 6 unit, out of them 1 will be kept at standby. So the area of the each filter unit is equal to divided by the 5, so 714.7 square meter. Suppose length is equal to 3 times of the width of the each unit. So we get the value of the width is equal to approximately 16 meter. So L is equal to 3 times is equal to 48 meter. Hence provide 6 filter units with 1 unit at standby. Each unit of size 48 meter in by 16 meter, and arrange this is in series with 3 one side and 3 another side. So this is all about the filtration part 1. In next lecture we will discuss more in the other type of the filtration. Thank you.